All right, on the line with, well, on the line, zooming in with Dr. Rahmon Hart. Did I say your name right?
You did. You said
Ramon,
it right,
well, that's
Ramon.
because there's an H in there, and so
Yes.
you gotta know your stuff. You gotta know your stuff. So Dr. Rahmon Hart of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated Iota Phi chapter, better known as the Pittsburgh Ques. Okay, so I have to contain myself. I have to compose myself. I am familiar with the Greek life. I am familiar with the Pittsburgh Ques, of course, but
Excellent.
folks that are watching and listening may not know. So why don't you give us a quick backstory of Omega Psi Phi and Iota Phi chapter?
Well, in terms of Omega Psi Phi, we were founded on November 17th, 1911 at Howard University. So we were the first fraternity founded on a historically Black campus. That's something that we're proud of. As it relates to the Iota Phi chapter, we were established here in the city of Pittsburgh in 1925. So we have a long history of giving back to the city of Pittsburgh and the surrounding communities.
Talk about giving back. You guys do a lot of stuff. So, people think, you think about fraternities, you think about the frat house, think about the parties. Yeah, we do a little bit of that too. But the purpose behind these organizations is to give back and serve our communities. And the Pittsburgh Ques, you all do tremendous work, an amazing amount of work to help serve our community. I mean, if you could just mention a few of your initiatives, because sorry about my dog, but if you could
All right, we like the
just a
dog.
few, just tell us about your initiatives.
It's a long list, and I
Yeah.
know you don't want a list. So the thing that I'll tell you is I joined this fraternity at a young age. I just celebrated 29 years.
Congratulations.
Um, and I'll say that we do a lot of amazing stuff, and it's really all about giving back to the community. One thing that I'm proud of, during this pandemic, a lot of people were really afraid to go out. You were afraid, especially when it first hit. And for us, we saw that our community was really suffering, was really hit hard, and we didn't feel comfortable as we saw these long car lines of people, trying to get food, and we just got to thinking like, well, what are the people doing who don't have a car, or what are elderly doing, who can't wait in those lines at the food bank or wherever. So one of the things we got with a few Black chefs, we went to Restaurant Depot. We partnered with a bunch of, I mean, I can't even name all the organizations. Um, and we raised funds, went and shopping at Restaurant Depot and got a lot of fresh, healthy foods. The chefs cooked them. I got to mention their name, Chef Jolando and the chef Keith Butler. Um, they cooked the food and we delivered foods to the elderly, over 25,000 cooked meals throughout the pandemic. And we drove it to them. They didn't have to leave their high rise or their apartments. We got it to them. And it's the brothers of the Iota Phi chapter under the leadership of our president and boss list, D. Grant, that made it happen. That's something that I'm proud of. And that's really our history. We want to get in and do whatever it is that we need to do, with a commitment to the Black community in particular.
Well, you're being modest, and I know that's just one initiative, but I've witnessed your chapter. You guys have collected turkeys, and
Yes.
you've had Thanksgiving dinners for families in need in the Homewood community, or just anybody who needed them. You've collected toys to
Yes.
give toys. I mean, you had Q's dressed up in Santa Claus gear.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys were out.
You said we only had 5 minutes. You said
Yes, I know, I know, I know,
you
I
mentioned
know.
my favorites too. Those are my favorites. Did you have another question? Because
No, no. What was your favorite?
you mentioned two of my favorites. The
Yeah.
turkey drive, is part of our food insecurity program. And giving out those turkeys to the families, we want to make sure that the holidays in particular are festive for everybody, not just us. I mean, as college educated men, I'm from Manchester. We got a lot of guys that are from these communities. We want to make sure, we're supposed to be the talented 10th. So
Mhm.
we want to make sure we give back, and giving out those turkeys during Thanksgiving. It makes you feel good. During Christmas time, we were able to, through a generous donation of Rivers Casino, where I am now, I'm in my
Yeah,
office,
yeah.
we were able to give free toys to over 1,000 families. So right here at Rivers Casino, through our valet, brothers dressed up as Santa, like you
Saw
said, and
that. Wow.
we had
That,
a really festive occasion where it was decorations and just seeing those smiles on everybody's face. It just made us feel good. And when the pandemic is over, we'll be sure to get back to having it face to face and having the music and kids sit in the soulful Santa's lap. That's really what it's all about. I would say the other program is our HBCU tour.
okay.
That's the one that we've taken over 2,600 kids since the program's inception,
Wow.
different schools, different HBCUs across the country. And, in addition to that, we give out scholarships so kids can, just
Sure.
kind of take a little bit of the financial burden, and the sting away. So we actually have a scholarship we're getting ready to give out, and that's coming up. So I would say look on the Pittsburgh Ques website, Facebook, and we'll be announcing how to apply for local kids to get some help with going to college.
And do you have to be a member of Omega Psi Phi to support, participate, volunteer?
Absolutely
Anyone wanted
not.
to do that? Hmm.
That I think that's one of the great things about a chapter like ours, where we have a graduate chapter. As young Qs, we're so sort of into, and all that goes for all the fraternities and sororities. We're into our organizations, and the collaboration always, sometimes the competition prevents us from collaborating. But once you mature, you know that all of these different organizations, the alphas, the kappas, the sigmas, the deltas, the AKAs, the zetas, like we're all doing the same thing. I had to mention the zetas,
Of
but
course, of
we're
course.
all doing the same thing, and we all have a commitment to our community. And so working across those fraternity lines is very important. And even if you are not a part of a organization, we want to partner with you as well. We got a strong partnership with Ozanam, an exciting collaboration that we're about to announce really soon. When is this, Aaron?
Well, let's just leave it at that, because if
Yeah.
you need to know more information about the Pittsburgh Qs, is it pittsburghques.org?
Yes, you can go to
Okay.
Pittsburgh Ques. Yep.
It is all there on the website. I know you guys just hosted a golf outing. I don't play golf, but it's just fun to be there in the midst of a whole bunch of bros. So, I mean, just kind of stay close to the Pittsburgh Qs to find out what they
Indeed,
have going on.
indeed. And
Yeah.
I gotta say, we just moved to Manchester. We have a new
Yay!
mansion, and I can't wait to get back to Manchester. Shouts out to Manchester Citizens Corporation, LaShawn Burton Folk, who helped make it happen. We
Purchased
can't.
a mansion.
It's a mansion,
A
so we got a
mansion.
a mansion. So it's Anderson Manor on Liverpool, and we can't wait to do the types of programs for the community that we've been wanting to do. So it's a lot of excitement in our fraternity and our chapter, and we just can't wait to continue our legacy of giving back to the city of Pittsburgh.
Well, we got to have you back for the house party, because, yeah, we got to find
It's
out
going to
what's
be
good at
epic.
the mansion. So, Dr. Rahmon, thank you so much. I appreciate you for joining us and telling us what's good in
Thank
your
you.
hood.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate you, and good luck, and thank you for your service to the community.
Shouts to the Pittsburgh Qs. E5B all day, baby.